Round 4, and as promised, we search high and low to deliver. So we have found Chad Harris undefeated in round 4 with yellow Frieza. Versus Caleb, also undefeated. This is table 2, guys, on Topku. Among the other decks that we have found, we've also found one blue Vegeta. So if blue Vegeta goes undefeated this round as well, we'll try to get you the blue starter Vegeta deck. So as always, guys, just let us know in the chat if we find some interesting leaders. Shoot us a message. Just type here. We'll try to get them for you for round 4. Unfortunately, I can confirm that Cell lost his last game. So unfortunately, Cell is no longer undefeated. I am sorry if you're hearing noises in the background. My cat is being a cat. She's very upset with the amount of Topkus. So we will be watching.
As she should be. As she should be.
Yeah, as it stands, the cat doesn't like Topkus. But we are gonna be watching Chad on Frieza. Mind you, guys, this Frieza actually got this far with in a room infested with Topkus. So let's see how he does. We already see some of the new cards here. The Bulma SR in his hand. That's an interesting tech. Joe, you did get a brief look into the deck list. It's not a Freezer build that's looking close to what we saw in set 1. It is running some of the weird new set 2 cards, right?
Yeah, definitely. So I know I kind of said yellow was flying under the radar and no one was playing it. Just pretend I never said anything. Look, here's a Frieza deck. I told you guys we were going to find Frieza, and I have delivered a Frieza deck. This Frieza deck is looking really, really cool. You've got a lot of like the standard SRs from set 1 that define Frieza, your coolers, your 4-drop Frieza, your 5-drop Frieza. Crucially, there is no new 6-drop Frieza in here. The one which stops your battle cards from being destroyed. But you do have, as you quite rightly pointed out there, Damien, the Bulma SR, which is an activate battle where you switch it to rest mode, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, and then choose to either choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost 4 or less and switch it to rest mode, or if you have a rest mode battle card with a cost of 3 or more, if you have a rest mode battle card with a cost of 3 or more, you draw 1 card. This is a huge value engine from the perspective that your Frieza untaps the Bulma. It untaps any 2 battle cards when it's awakened at the end of your turn. So you can use Bulma in your turn to net advantage, rest one of these battle cards. So if Topku tries to play down a bunch of battle cards and leave them inactive and go attack my leader, Frieza's going to have a lot to say about that because there's so many cards in here, especially this Bulma, that will rest them down and then you can swing at them. And not only have they lost the presence on the board, but they're also no closer to awakening as well, crucially. So it could actually be a really cool pick into these Topku decks. And I'm really excited to have a look at kind of what set 2 adds to this Frieza deck alongside, because it already started to kind of establish itself as an answer to the green decks. And it'd be really cool to see kind of how it's adapted to this red meta. And obviously, Chad here has seen a lot of success today already with the Frieza list.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm very excited to see how Chad is going to be handling all the aggression that Topku is gonna be throwing his way. Maybe he discovered, like I said, some hidden techniques that we don't know about. So we will see. From Topku, I think we can expect pretty much the same. I think that this is one deck list that really got solved relatively fast. So Topku is probably gonna be all of the same, but Frieza has new cards included, and I cannot wait to see what shenanigans he's gonna be bringing.
So just a quick bit of news from the tournament. We are waiting to see if there is going to be a repair. I think we'll probably, if there is a repair, we'll probably follow Chad to whichever table he gets repaired to.
Yeah.
Because we can't tease you with a Frieza and then go, sorry, repair, here's a Topku mirror match. I think you'd all just leave the stream and hate us forever, and I would totally understand you doing that. So we're just waiting to see if there's a repair. We will just follow Chad wherever he goes until he starts losing, basically. But yeah, just waiting to get into the action here. Really exciting like matchup in general. I hope we get to see this one, Damien.
Yeah, I really, really hope we get to see this one. I hope there's not a repair because, yeah, usually repair. No one likes repairs, guys. So I really hope that we see this matchup because, yeah, we will be seeing a lot of Topku, especially all of you who play the game digitally as well. I would expect from the 23rd to just, when set 2 becomes legal, to just see Topku into Topku into Topku. So for those of you who play Fusion World digitally and play Frieza, this could be a match that you might be interested in seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. On the point of the digital client, just while we're waiting for this game to kick off here or double checking for the repair, what deck are you guys in chat going to be loading up on the digital client as soon as you can? As soon as you got the cards for it, what is the deck that you want to be grinding for? If it's Topku, I understand, but I'm not happy about it. In all honesty. So give me someone which isn't Topku that you're buzzing to build up. Goku Black immediately. Yes, Goku Black has got some of the best pop off potential of the set at the minute, and it's such a cool, fun deck. If you hit that Goku Black on curve, you're going places. Broly and Zamasu, we love our 25k leaders here.
So much of Goku Black love here in the chat.
We're getting started anyway. Moving over to the game. We don't have a repair. We have Frieza versus Topku. We are kicking off with a 1-drop sorbet to draw a card and pass. Good old honest Dragon Ball right there.
Alright, we see that meme, we see Bulma was charged though, another sorbet and another Bulma in hand.
It's what I get for talking up the Bulma so much, isn't it? It just immediately goes in the energy as soon as I sit there waxing lyrical about it. Topku swinging in, Frieza quite happy to take the life. I think he's going to want to get awakened as soon as possible. Might sound like a bit of an obvious statement, but considering how aggressive Topku is, sometimes you want to defend as much as you can early on. But I think a lot of this value is going to start coming in early from Frieza if it can get to that 4 life and start pinning as many battle cards as possible and just swinging at the board, resting cards, and preventing Topku from getting the Awaken. Topku needs to see the Awaken cards early here. The Basil isn't Roshi. He'll be kind of gutted about that because he's going to want to just turbo Awaken here because Frieza will be so happy resting cards, attacking cards, and stopping him getting near that Awaken until he's ready to awaken him.
Yeah. Alright, so we see, like you said, Frieza taking damage, drawing, Topku using the tutor just to grab a couple of tools for later, and we see the Frieza that's just gonna be resting the Basil, allowing the leader to swing in it without and getting the draw without going for the leader, and switching it just back to Topku. There is already a cumulated of 20k combo power on the field. Topku is still on 8 lives though, but he's now gonna go to 2 energy plus the energy marker. Let's see, so starting from here he can start playing hit, which is going to be getting rid of the sorbet, is going to help him awaken a bit. Gonna be swinging into Frieza. Frieza more than happy to take the life hit here, unless if it's not hit, then it's gonna be the Caulifla. So another self awakener, just 20k crit. There is no point in swinging into Frieza here. He has enough combo power to defend, and you don't want to give him a body to swing into. You want to get to 3 lives. Frieza is more than happy to just attack your things.
The thing is, I think there's an argument to be said for attacking as well, because leaving it in active mode just leaves you at the mercy of one of these many resting effects. You can see another one-drop Frieza in hand here, swinging in with the leader first. I think Topku's going to be really happy just taking that there. But if he sees the value in resting and swinging, he could have done it that way as well. But chooses to leave the Khalifa there, gets the swing in. He's got 3 energy to play with here. He's got 2 more life to awaken. We'll see whether he wants to aggressively take those or just chill. And it looks like he's going to take the latter. He's going to chill out, pass it back over to Topku.
Well, let's see what do we have in his hand. So he has the new Son Goku, which is gonna be very, very cool, because if Frieza manages to survive some of the early aggression, he can just play the Goku and start locking Topku's cards. We also have the Cooler. Cooler is also great, considering how many of Topku's cards are free costs. And other than that, the 4-cost Frieza super combo. So, and the 1-drop. So Frieza has a very, very good hand. From Topku, we will be seeing a 20k crit swing into Frieza. I don't think Frieza is taking this. He's just probably gonna be out comboing here.
Just the 1-drop Frieza alone gets him out of it, but he's quite happy to take it, because I think it does actually get him closer to that awaken. And he's kind of going, you can't awaken this turn, so you can't spam the board. So next turn, I can play either you attack me again with your leader, or I play a self-awakener next turn if you choose not to attack, and then I can start accruing the value of swinging Friezas, untapping them, using my awakened leader now. So happy to go down to 4, and I think after this we'll then start to see combos out of the attacks.
We are, by the way, we are currently at over 300 viewers. Not only the biggest Fusion World tournament to date, also the most viewed one. Hello everyone, thanks for dropping in. Let's find a deck to counter Topku. Let's see if that happens today.
I think we're as close as we can get here, but thank you so much to everyone at home tuning in to watch us here. Over 300 players, over 300 viewers to watch Fusion World here today. The regional has already got off to an amazing start, and we've just got so much more to go as well. We've got so many more cool games coming up, and hopefully as many without Topku as we can possibly find. Right, we've not managed to escape him yet, but I keep my fingers crossed. There's a chance, right?
We'll keep our fingers crossed, guys, for a chance. We have also found you a Blue Vegeta, which we'll try to bring next if Blue Vegeta goes undefeated.
So quickly on that one, Blue Vegeta is currently playing Beerus at the minute. Both those are undefeated, and he's actually playing against anyone who's familiar with the Pokemon TCG, Michael Pramawat, who is a 7-time regional champion in that game, who has come over to try some Fusion World. So if we get a chance to feature either of those players, either Vegeta or such an established player in another TCG, it just shows you the pull of the game at the minute and how many people are excited to get into Dragon Ball.
Gonna go straight into Cooler here.
So we've got the 4-drop Cooler on the board.
Going to get rid of the Caulifla.
Yeah, lovely stuff there. And then with the leader effect, being able to untap this Cooler at the end of the turn, because its effect is when blocking as well as when attacking. And also it clears up the 2 costs as well. Like this Cooler just does everything. And I think this is why the Frieza deck has seen so much success so far, because it seems to just have an answer to anything at the minute. I really, really like the concept of being able to rest and or KO a lot of these threats that Topku can do. And I love how much he slowed the game down with a card like Cooler. Being able to switch into rest mode, untap, blocker as well on this turn. Topku is still on 5 life. The amount of games we've seen today where it was on 3 life by turn 2, turn 3, and it's just going ham and dropping all these extra bodies, he's actually stopped charging, is that? Or did he charge at the beginning of this turn, Damien? I didn't quite catch that.
We're checking. No, he didn't charge.
He didn't charge it, so Topku already valuing the cards in his hand and trying to stay low to the ground, because he's not been able to see those huge value pieces to start pushing to the board. Seeing the cards in his hand is way more valuable than getting that extra energy. just kind of shows you the kind of commanding position Frieza's starting to work itself into tempo-wise. And there's not an easy answer to this core at the minute. Tap 3 for the Goku. I say there isn't an easy answer for
there
it.
is. There is an easy answer
for it. Detonates straight away.
I love this Goku. It's one of my favorite cards in the game. It's so simple. The effect is very, very simple, but it's very powerful, and I absolutely love the artwork on this one. So you can tell that I have played a lot of Universe 7. So...
And if you just get in there as well, the Goku is, as you say, it's just such a simple card, but it's so powerful in what it's done there. That cooler was being such a menace, represented a block. It was going to switch something else to rest mode. It was making it so that Topku couldn't commit that energy marker to an aggressive play to the board, but being able to just tap through for the Goku, wipe it out, and now use your energy marker for leader effect to then swarm the board. If he's got the Kefla here to go with it, because he quite rightly decided not to charge so he could keep these combo pieces here. And here we go. So that one Goku has swung this game completely tempo-wise. We thought Frieza was working his way into a really promising position.
But at the moment...
Goku's flat in the cooler and just swarming the board.
Yeah, at the moment, Topku is... We are seeing history repeat itself. Topku awaken, even from what appeared to be a losing position... Topku just awakens and regains all the tempo back. And
absolutely.
Now suddenly, despite playing amazingly well, Frieza is now on defense because Topku is just throwing loads and loads of value at it.
And Frieza's got a very defensive hand here as well, which is, multiple super combos is great to see, but again, they're really good on defense. They're not really going to establish you much of a board position. But that draw of the 4-drop Frieza here is quite crucial. Whether he's going to charge it or not is an interesting one, because that does represent a lot of value to start attacking this board. Chooses the 2-drop Frieza, and he has got the golden Death Beam in hand, which deals with one of these cards. This is kind of where Yellow has a bit of a problem with the meta at the minute. There's a lot of resting, and then there's a lot of pinning. But you can't swarm a lot of bodies. You have to pick which one of those you're going to do to this board, rather than being able to do loads of them at the same time. That's why you have to get later in the game to be able to do it. And while he's getting himself into that position, Topku's managed to get himself down to 3 life and pressure aggressively.
Yeah, Frieza is getting a lot of... That's exactly what you said here. So Frieza has this incremental late game value. Like, he has his very strong pieces, like the cooler that we're seeing here, like the Goku's in his hand, but that's mostly like play one big value thing, while Caleb and his Topku, like Topku is just swarming the field repeatedly. And the play one big thing, get a lot of value is unfortunately is not the best. It's not the best tactic against this Topku deck, which just then reswarms the board and continues attacking you mercilessly. So while that one big value thing, like this cooler for example, is good for regaining some board advantage, unfortunately, like we have just seen in the last round, once Topku awakens, he just throws the entire board back at you, like immediately, in one turn.
Yeah, I really liked the play, just quickly on the Frieza play there. It's a play as old as time itself when we've come from Masters, and it translates so wonderfully into Fusion World here. The old bait and switch. Swing your battle card into one of their battle cards, get them to spend a combo on it, and then just use a card to get rid of it anyway. It is a really valuable, like you bait your opponent into thinking they need to protect the battle card you're swinging at, and then he just used the golden Death Beam to bottom deck it to KO it anyway. This cooler is going to try and put in as much work here as possible to defend against this onslaught. So, as long as he gets a swing in here, you kind of want to block the first one because you kind of feel after getting minus by 10k, there's something waiting in the wings for you.
He's 20 now. Okay, so Topku can't get the Goku here to get rid of it, but yeah, he can just swing Force Cooler to block. Cooler with blocking, yeah, it's probably gonna die unless Cheds decides to combo out of it, but he is shutting off the Kefla. So, okay, that's potential 2 damage. That's potential 2 damage gone. There is still a 20k swing and the leader swing and the ability that if it hits another Kefla, then it's 2 more bodies to deal with. Let's see. Does Topku have another Kefla in hand?
I think it's really heads up from the Topku player to go with the Kato Pestler, because you do have to, like, as the yellow player, you have to block that one after it gets reduced by 10k, because it almost just sits there and goes, have I got a way of just minusing the rest of it and just killing it? So you kind of feel like, okay, I have to block here to get the most value out of the card, and then you're like, great, the cooler's sat down, now I can just swing 20k with my board at it, force you to lose cards in hand to it, and then you have to decide whether you want to keep the cooler around and lose your hand to it, or whether you just let it die and then you've cleared a huge threat from your opponent and you're free to just keep on swinging on the life. Really cool play.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to agree with some people here in the chat. I don't see a way for Frieza to really come back from this. Like, yeah, Frieza has defenses, but then again, even if he survives this turn, Topku already has, 3 bodies. He's gonna pay 1, discard 1, that's gonna put another body down onto the field. If it's a Kefla, he's gonna put another one, and then, like, if that happens, now you're dealing with 5 attackers on the board, and you don't have a way to clear it. So, yeah, I think Frieza is unfortunately in a losing position, which just enforces how exceptionally strong Topku is. Pay 1, play Kefla, yeah, and Frieza concedes in response, exactly.
Yeah, leader effect here, going to play another Kefla, here we go. We've seen this dance before.
Yeah.
I think the big turning point in this game was that 3-drop Goku. I think that was a really heads-up play, removing the cooler that Frieza spent all its energy establishing just straight off the bat. And then just all these attacks get to go into the leader, burn the hand. He's just swung at this cooler, and he's only got 3 cards left.
Frieza has in 3 cards in hand, he has 1 super combo in there, maybe 2. I think he spent 1. So
he's at least spent 1, if not 2 already. And only 3 cards in hand, because I remember looking at the hand and seeing 2 in there. I remember it being like it was a very defensive hand.
Yeah, there is Death Beam in hand as well, but that's not really gonna be doing much. Yeah.
Go for broke on the leader here, isn't it? I'm not sure you've got enough to quite get through, but I think you just have to see if you can get any damage through at this point and cross your fingers and pray. I don't see, with the amount of cards in hand there, much of a way that Frieza can slow down this onslaught. He was really positioning himself well, but...
Yeah,
top you, man.
1 awakening and it's all gone. Unfortunately, 1 awakening and it's all gone. So, okay. Goku here. On play, choose up to 1 of your opponent's rest mode battle cards and it can switch to active mode. Same effect on attack. So, he's gonna be locking in the Kefla and Goku and maybe swinging into Kato Pesla. So he's gonna get, or we see he's targeting Gohan here. Main point, gonna be locking 2 cards, gonna be swinging into the 3rd one. So it's gonna alleviate some pressure. But then again, look, Frieza is on 1 energy. And Topku is, even if one of his cards dies here, he's gonna have 2 more battle cards, and then he's just gonna re-swarm the field with a couple of other attackers.
Yeah, and I think that's like the best thing he could do there is just trying to pin as much of the board as possible, and then hoping that like your super combo can get you across the line. You've still got a couple of life there that you can get, but with the amount of swings here, as we've seen Topku do time and time again, one of these swings goes through, then it's Ribrian time. And it's hand dump on Ribrian. Like, well, we've got about sort of 6-7 cards. I think I can see Hidden Arrogance over there in the hand for Topku as well, which is going to represent even more combo value on top, and that can add another Kefla back. And then we can have Kefler into another card as well, because I can see a 4-drop Kefler in the drop there. Oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
dear, dear. We are in trouble.
yeah, yeah. Just play the Simpsons. I'm in danger, Clape. I think that's what's unfortunately going through Frieza's head here. I don't think that he can survive this. Chad, he's really put up an amazing fight. He had the Topku on the ropes early on, but unfortunately, just the sheer value that this Kefla has ran over him.
Absolutely.
It just ran over him.
Has to take that life there eventually. You're just going to whittle the cards down. 3 or 4 cards in hand for Chad there. Leader effect. Here she is. Right on time.
Yeah, there we go. 20 double.
Arrogance on top. Add back
45.
10k.
Yeah, there we go. Dump hand and just proceed to win.
Yeah. And I don't think he can get out of that because he's got the super combo, but Arrogance kind of already alleviates that super combo to a degree, and the amount of cards there, it's over. Well, look, Chad, we tried. We really did get you a Frieza game. Unfortunately, we were hoping it'd be a little bit closer than that. I think Chad did well in the early game, but that 3-drop Goku on that pivotal turn, wiping the cooler out,